Hello everyone and welcome back to Contra Health Scam. So today we're going to talk about Goli apple cider vinegar gummies. Now we're going to look at this apple cider vinegar supplement and let's see whether it's actually better than the traditional apple cider vinegar. So without wasting much of our time, let's begin. Alright, so here we are at the website of Goli apple cider vinegar gummies. Now, according to them, they said that this is the world's first apple cider vinegar gummy, which is not true because there are other apple cider vinegar gummies out there that probably have been in the market before Goli. They said here, test the apple, not the vinegar. 2 gummies is equals to 1 apple cider vinegar shot. Now, the next section of their website has to do with telling us all of the age-old benefits of traditional SCV. Like for example, according to them, apple cider vinegar offers many benefits like supports gut health for healthy digestion, supports a healthy immune system, supports healthy weight management, supports heart health, helps reduce appetite, helps improve energy, And here is Ellen DeGeneres advertising Goli on her show, which is, as far as I'm concerned, not the reason why you should buy this supplement. It's not the reason why this supplement is good. So don't think that because this celebrity is promoting it on her show, it automatically means that this is actually must be good. It's not always true. And in fact, some studies that I've seen have shown that most of the health supplements promoted by celebrities are actually not good for you. Maybe I will write an article about it sometime later, but it's not in my priority list for now. So we keep on going down. Well, I must say that this is actually a good looking website that went straight to the point, unlike most of the scams I normally deal with on this channel. We are dealing with some, good presentation right here. So they claim that their apple cider vinegar gummies also contain this remaining essential ingredients: pomegranate, beetroot, citrus, vitamin B12, vitamin B9, pectin. You can see the reviews that they left here, or testimonials, which we can't actually believe because there's no way we can verify these things. And look at the ingredients here. So as you can see, it has total carbohydrates of 3.5 grams, which I must tell you is sugar. Okay, it's not like it's some starch or something. This is sugar, and that's the reason why this gummy is tasty. Okay, apple cider vinegar does not contain any carbohydrates, so you cannot say that it is sweet, but they have added sugar to these gummies, which they claim is actually very good for you, but who knows, we'll find out. And so it continues, said that any what you buy is going to enable them to donate to this children's charity called Vitamin Angels. Of course, again, this is a warning to you: do not let this sway you into buying this supplement, because I've seen a scammer do this same thing using this same Vitamin Angels. So don't think that Goli supposedly works with this charity, so it's a good thing if I patronize them. And that's it. We're going to look at some of the other details, but for now, let's just go to Contra Health Scam so that we can see the review that I've written concerning this product. Alright, so here we are at contrahealthscam.com. As you can see from the title, Goli apple cider vinegar gummies review, scam or legit? Now let's find out from the review summary. As you can see from the review summary, Goli has a 6.4 over 10 rating, which is not so bad, and it's for the following reasons. First of all, author identity and qualification is a 6 over 10 because we'll soon find out in this review the people who are behind it are actually real people with real personalities. You can actually verify who they are. Scientific base of the program is a 5 over 10 because while apple cider vinegar has been touted to have numerous health effects, it has not been scientifically proven beyond every reasonable doubt. So that's why it's getting a 5 over 10. Presentation of the program is a 7 over 10 because, like I said, it's not actually a bad presentation. Testimonials is a 6 over 10, and you'll find out why later. And pricing is an 8 over 10 because one bottle costs $19, which is not that expensive, but you'll soon find out whether it's worth actually spending this money on this product. So from the pros there, you can see that it is cheap, tastes good, may help with appetite and sugar cravings, presence of money back guarantee, and many people seem to enjoy the product. And for the cons, company is not NSF certified despite their claim. I have proof of that. Its scientific basis has little to no reliable evidence backing it. Conflicting testimonials about health benefits, questions about the ability of the body to use apple cider vinegar in gummy form, and finally reports of side effects. Now let's go to the important parts of the review so you can have an idea of what this Goli is all about. Goli was launched in July 2018. It claims to be the world's first apple cider vinegar gummy that lets you taste the apple and not the vinegar. In other words, Goli makes it possible for you to enjoy apple cider vinegar without having to deal with the unpleasant taste of the traditional thing. Of course, getting rid of the awful taste of ACV is not the only thing that Goli does. Let's now talk about the other things that Goli gummies will supposedly do for you. So I listed them here, and it's the same thing that we talked about earlier on in this presentation. So let's just go now to what apple cider vinegar is for those who do not know. Apple cider vinegar is a liquid substance made from fermented apple and water. It has an acidic taste that many find unpleasant. ACV is often touted as a superfood. According to many health and wellness websites, ACV can support your overall health. Now, since it has 0 calories and no carbs, fat, protein, and fiber, drinking it regularly will definitely not cause any weight gain. It's no wonder that several people claim that ACV helped them in losing weight. Now, aside from weight loss, ACV also has been credited for helping reduce blood sugar, decrease bad cholesterol, combat yeast infections, treat acid reflux, reduce inflammation, reduce stress, treat some skin conditions, etc. etc. However, like I told you earlier, there is little to no peer-reviewed research confirming the effectiveness of ACV for most of these conditions. Now, let's talk about the science behind Goli gummies. Goli has a science section on their website where they highlight what they call the studies and science behind Goli. But all the studies highlighted do not say anything about Goli itself, but ACV, that is apple cider vinegar. And as stated above, there is little to no peer-reviewed research to back up most of these claims. Goli even went as far as to claim that their product is considered to meet the guidelines for most detox diets just because their gummy supposedly contains the mother, which is the cloudy substance that floats inside the traditional apple cider vinegar. Okay, but we all know that there is no such thing as detox diets, and even Goli acknowledges that there are no quality studies confirming the detoxing effects of ACV. Okay, this is actually scientific fact. Another thing I noticed is that each time Goli admits that there is little to no quality studies confirming any of the supposed health benefits of ACV, they still went on to say that there is some biological plausibility to the claim that warrants more study. This leads me to wonder, is Goli based mainly on biological plausibility instead of proven scientific fact? It's actually an important question that should be asked by any scientifically minded person. Okay, when a product is based on a potential possibility or plausibility instead of an actually proven fact, then how are we going to be sure that the product will actually work? Okay, I'm seeing this as a kind of placebo tactic that I'm trying to rely on, but I don't want to go too far. Okay, so now let's just continue. Again, all the scientific studies Goli published on their page were done using the traditional ACV, not Goli gummies. So I find it weird that the company is trying to use those studies to market their gummies, which by the way does not consist of only ACV. So this is another point I actually noticed. We know that Goli does not just contain apple cider vinegar. According to them, they have beetroot, all those things. So how are they relying on those studies that were done using the traditional ACV to sell their Goli just because they added ACV into their gummies? How does that make sense to you? It doesn't make sense to me, rather than they are trying to use the hype behind the apple cider vinegar to sell their gummies. Now, we already talked about the ingredients of Goli gummies, okay? Now, let's talk about the company. What is Goli Nutrition? Who are they? Who are the people behind this company? Goli Nutrition is the company behind Goli apple cider vinegar gummies. It is based in West Hollywood, California. According to the info on their website, they are a people-focused company whose goal was to create an easy, nutritious, and delicious way for everyone to incorporate apple cider vinegar into their daily routine. They are not BBB accredited yet, which is okay since they're just a new company. Okay. Goli Nutrition boasts of an all-female nutritional advisory board consisting of registered dietitians and medical doctors. One of them is even the host of a food show on ABC News 4. But as we've seen from my Cider Docs review, which you can actually watch on my channel, the fact that they have a team of the brightest minds in the health industry does not necessarily mean that they are selling you a good health product. So do not rely on all these people trying to use their qualifications to sell you stuff. It's not all the time that they are actually selling you good products. I've seen that firsthand from my Cider Docs review. For those who do not know, Cider Docs is a supplement that is trying to sell you some product that will take care of almost all your health problems. They pack their advisory board with a lot of doctors and PhD holders, but at the end of the day, Cider Docs is a scam, and I have the proof right there. Goli launched their product via numerous ads on social media and paid appearances on mainstream TV shows like Ellen DeGeneres, like we saw. There is nothing wrong with that, but I'm always skeptical of non-FDA approved health products pushed by celebrities. I think it's very clear now anyway. So now, how do you use Goli? Goli recommends that you take 1-2 gummies 3 times a day. One gummy contains like 500 mg of apple cider vinegar, which is 10 times smaller than 1 teaspoon of the traditional ACV, which is 5 grams or 5,000 mg. So taking 6 Goli gummies per day is equivalent to taking 3,000 mg of ACV, which is interesting. Taking 6 Goli gummies per day is equivalent to taking less than 1 teaspoon of the traditional ACV per day. But Goli has an explanation. Goli claims that the 2 of their gummies provide slightly more than the 1 tablespoon of recommended dose of apple cider vinegar. They also add that the ACV found in Goli are concentrated, unlike the liquid form, which has 94% water. Now, how did they concentrate the apple cider vinegar? Only God knows how they did that. They didn't tell us. Now, are there any side effects of Goli? The truth is that Goli didn't tell us anything about their gummies causing side effects. However, I saw reviews of some users who complained of diarrhea, heartburn, stomach pain, and increased blood pressure. So I want you just to be cautious. You are not dealing with some supplement that has been proven to have no side effects. Okay, the people who have used it that I've seen, some of them have complained of diarrhea especially and heartburn. So don't think you are taking supplement that will not have any side effects. Now, we talked about the cost of Goli gummies. Cost $19 per bottle, but they have 2 other plans: a 3-month supply for $57 and a 5-month supply for a discounted $89. One bottle represents 30 days supply. Okay, so that's just how it is. And they have also a 30-day money-back guarantee. Goli also claims that they will donate a 6-month supply of essential vitamins to a child with malnutrition through our 1-for-1 grand partnership with Vitamin Angels. But again, like I said earlier, don't let this influence your buying decision. Why? Because scammers also use these very Vitamin Angels tactics to sell their scams. You can see an example of this in my KetoWeightLoss.com review. So I have proof of this. Okay, this particular supplement, this one is for keto, keto diet. They use this same Vitamin Angels to try to move their product, but at the end of the day, they were exposed as scams, and right now they no longer exist, at least for now. I think they have metamorphosed into some other keto products, which I will review later on. So do not let this charity thing influence your decision to buy Goli. We talked about the pros again, like it is cheap. A lot of users say that it has great taste. Many people seem to enjoy the product, and it may help control appetite and suppress sugar cravings because of the sugar content. But now the cons. First of all, Goli is not NSF certified despite the claim. This is the screenshot I got from the PDF they posted on their own website, so it's not something I made up. Okay, this is what Goli posted. Now let's read this. Goli has a certification section on their website where they claim that their product is, among other things, made in an NSF and GMP certified facility. They also provided an NSF certificate to prove it, but as you can clearly see below, the name in the certificate is redacted. That doesn't make sense, right? So you can see, if you go to their website, the certifications page, you can see this, they provided it there and they blanked out this name right here. Now, why is that? Luckily for us though, NSF keeps an online database of all the companies they have certified. I went over there and searched for Goli Nutrition Incorporated, which turned up no results. Translation: Goli Nutrition is not certified by NSF. Now, where have I seen that before? Zenith Labs, this shady company behind numerous scams like Zenith Hearing X-ray, also falsely claimed that their company is NSF certified. So this is not a mistake as far as I'm concerned. I've gone to the NSF database, searched for Goli Nutrition Incorporated. If they were indeed certified by NSF, their name will appear on the NSF database and will be shown to me on searching for their name. Okay, and speaking of NSF certifications, this Asia Redox that I told you earlier, they are actually certified by NSF, yet they turn out to be scams. So to be honest with you, this actually doesn't mean much. It just shows that this company is lying about something, which calls to question their credibility. And for your information, NSF is an accredited international organization founded in 1944 to ensure the quality of public health products and services. So for those who don't know, as I noted earlier, Goli Gummies bases all its health benefits on the effectiveness of apple cider vinegar in tackling health conditions like diabetes and obesity. But while there are studies seemingly affirming their claims, the reality is that there is insufficient scientific evidence that confirms the effectiveness of ACV, and that is after years of studying it. That's not to say, however, that ACV doesn't work. It's just that it has not been scientifically proven beyond every reasonable doubt. So what Goli is doing is a bit of a stretch, to put it mildly. So that's my opinion on the issue, and I think it's understandable. Third con is conflicting testimonials about health benefits. Now let's read this one. Now, while the overwhelming majority of testimonials regarding Goli is positive, I can't help but notice that most of them talk about how tasty the gummies are. Of course, we know that each gummy contains 1 gram of sugar, which they call organic, which is significant, and fruit flavor. So it's expected that people with sweet tooth will definitely enjoy it. But that doesn't mean that it's a great product for your health just because it has a great taste. On the flip side, however, it can be a good way of controlling sugar cravings. That I agree with. Also, I saw some testimonials claiming that Goli relieved their heartburn and other ailments with Goli. At the same time, however, I saw other users saying that they had to stop taking the product because it caused them to develop heartburn, nausea, stomach pain, and a host of other ailments. Most of these complaints came from those who finished at least 1 bottle. So we can see conflicting testimonials about health benefits. We have one side claiming that this Goli helped them to, get rid of their heartburn, their nausea, you name it. But then another side is claiming that this Goli is actually causing them to have heartburn, diarrhea, nausea, etc. So it's very conflicting and confusing. But we have already seen from the scientific basis that there is insufficient evidence that is, behind the health benefits of apple cider vinegar. So these side effects are definitely caused by something else, but I am sure that it's not being caused by apple cider vinegar. It must be caused by the other additives that are inside Goli gummies. But that said, the fourth con is questions about bioavailability of apple cider vinegar in gummy form. This is actually important. The traditional apple cider vinegar is consumed in a liquid form, but Goli offers it in a gummy form. The problem is that there is no scientific evidence that the human body can reap the touted health benefits of apple cider vinegar in gummy form. All known studies of apple cider vinegar were done using the liquid form, and unfortunately, Goli did not provide us any scientific study proving that the body can use ACV found in their gummies, just like Puratype did. For regulars on my channel and website, I've reviewed Puratype, and they are using the liposomal delivery method, in their supplements, and they actually provided scientific proof that, liposomal delivery of some nutrients is actually very good for the body and it's more efficient. But Goli didn't do anything like that. They just said, oh, we can enjoy apple cider vinegar in gummy form without providing us any proof that the body can actually use ACV in gummy form. And to make matters worse, all the studies that they are using to push their product was done with apple cider vinegar in liquid form and not in gummy form, which calls to question the ability of the body to use apple cider vinegar in gummy form. So my final conclusion is that you may try Goli apple cider vinegar gummies, but don't expect any health benefits. As far as I'm concerned, it's nothing more than a glorified candy that you can buy on the market, and there's nothing special about it. Thank you very much for watching. I hope this video has been helpful for you. Please consider liking, sharing, and subscribing, and I will see you in the next video. Take care of yourselves. Bye-bye.